Okay, so dear students, in this session, we would be learning the next type of columnar petty cash book. We would be learning how to prepare columnar petty cash book according to Imprest System. We saw that there are two systems. One is fixed advance system and the other is Imprest System. So the question goes like this: enter the following transactions in columnar petty cash book of Mr. ABC, columnar petty cash book of Mr. ABC for April 2020, and uh, according to Imprest System for rupees 1000. So here the interest amount is rupees 1000, and they've given us some transactions and we have to enter 10 transactions into those. So remember, here we will be preparing the columnar petty cash book according to Imprest System. So we would be learning what is Imprest System now. So dear students, here we've been asked to prepare the columnar petty cash book according to Imprest System. Please remember the format remains the same, but what makes a difference is the methodology that you're following in terms of preparing and maintaining the petty cash book. So here, please remember, we are preparing this according to Imprest System, and the amount is the interest amount is rupees 1000. The columns we are maintaining as it is, and let's start off with the transaction April 1st to cash, and the amount is rupees 1000. So this is the amount of money that you're receiving from your main cashier. This is the amount of money that you're receiving from your main cashier. Also, on April 1st, you also have some petty transactions. So buy pen and taxi. Okay, buy pen and taxi. So you're having two petty transactions over here. So notice how we will be entering this. Pen will fall under stationery. So stationery, it is 30, and taxi will fall under conveyance, which is 50. So 30 plus 50, the amount is total 80, and that 80 total you will be recording in the total column. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. April 2nd. So April 2nd, purchase stationery, paid for postage rupees 8. Okay, paid for postage rupees 8. So buy postage, and this you will be recording in postage column 8, and then here total 8. April 3rd, purchase stationery. So buy stationery 20. Buy stationery 20. April 4th, telegram expenses. So please remember, telegram will fall under postage. So April 4th, buy telegram, and this will fall under postage, and here you have 80. So total is also 80. Next is 5th, paid for carriage. So what do you mean by carriage? Carriage is basically the vehicles that you hire for transporting your raw material. Okay, so buy carriage, and then we can put that under conveyance. So it is 20. Then April 6th, paid Matthew. So April 6th, buy Matthew, and we can put this under miscellaneous, and you're paying 100 rupees to Matthew. So this is under miscellaneous. Next that we have is auto charges. 7th of April. April 7th, buy auto. Okay. And the amount is 40. So that will come under conveyance. The amount is 40. Next, bought stamps. So 9th April. April 9th, buy stamps. Okay. Buy stamps, and the amount is 30. So that will fall under postage. Paid for magazine. So April 10th, buy magazine. We have 120, and we can put this under stationery. 120. Okay. And finally, you have floor cleaning. So April 11th, buy cleaning, it is 50, and we can put this under miscellaneous. Okay, so now we are done with the transactions. Let us total this up. So total. So remember, I think we still have more on the credit side, sorry, debit side. So 1000. So which means your credit side should also be 1000. This should also be 1000. And let me just quickly total this up. 80 plus 8 plus 20 plus 80 plus 20 plus 100. 100 plus 40 plus 30 plus 120 plus 50, 548. So 548 is the total, which means 452 is the balance. Okay, 452 is the balance. So April 30th by balance carried down. By balance carried down, it is 452. Okay, so it is 452. Then May 1st, to balance brought down. Okay, so what are you doing? You're bringing down the previous month's cash balance. You had a cash balance, you had a balance of 452. So you're bringing that balance down. So you have 452. You're bringing that balance down. So 452, you're carrying it down. 452, you have carried it down. Now, what will happen is, remember the interest amount is 1000 rupees. Okay, interest amount is 1000 rupees. So on May 1st, your chief cashier will pay you for the previous month's expenses. Okay, I'll repeat that. The chief cashier will pay you for the previous month's expenses. So if you notice, the previous month's expenses was 542. So to cash, okay, and 542. Sorry, 548. Okay, 548. So 452 plus 548. I'll repeat that. 452 plus 548, the amount will be 1000. So what is the rationale? 452 was your previous month's cash balance. Okay, 452 was your previous month's cash balance. 548, that is the amount that the chief cashier is giving you. So the chief cashier will basically reimburse your previous month's expenses. I'll repeat that. Your chief cashier will basically reimburse your previous month's expenses. So my previous month's expenses was 548, and he has reimbursed that expenses for me. That is how I've got 548. So 548 was my previous month's expenses, and the chief cashier is reimbursing me for that. So for 548 plus 452, the total will be 1000. Okay, so the total will be 1000. So at any point of time, according to the Imprest system, okay, you will always have at the beginning of the month, you will always have the interest amount that is decided. In this case, it was 1000 rupees. So this is how we would be preparing the cash book according to the petty cash book according to Imprest system.